Game 4 of the NLCS. Dodgers up 2-1. We beat the Cubs yesterday, man. We made it look like a pretty easy game, to be honest. We're up 2-1. Won 8-0 yesterday against the Chicago Cubs. And today, we're looking to make it a 3-1 series. Tonight here in Chicago, we have Bobby Miller on the mound, who's getting his first postseason start, and they got Drew Smyly, who his ERA does not look that good, and Bobby Miller has never been in this situation before. The rookie versus the veteran in Game 4. Should be a fun one. Alright, Drew Smyly, this is his stats. In the postseason, no starts, but has an 18.00 ERA in one inning, 2 hits given up, and 1 strikeout. They're starting him here tonight in Game 4 of the NLCS, and Mookie Betts will lead it off. I don't know what David Ross and the Cubs see about starting Drew Smyly here, but maybe it's for the best. The 3-pitch mix for Drew Smyly will be a ball 1-0. Curve, fastball, cutter for not Miley, Smyly, 1-1. So 3 pitches and has to execute them all if the Cubs are going to beat the Dodgers here. Is that the strike 1-2? Great pitch from Drew Smyly. The 1-2 to Mookie Betts. Got him. 1 away here in the top of the first. A strikeout to start this ball game. And now that'll bring up James Outman hitting .385. The first pitch to Outman will be hit down to third, and Morale can't make the play. And that'll be a single for James Outman. So 1 out hit for the Dodgers. And just like that, the Dodgers get a hit here in the first inning. And now that'll bring up Freddie Freeman hitting .240. He's been quiet in this NLCS. In the postseason, though, 1 bomb and 2 ribbies, and that came against the Rockies in the NLDS. 0-1. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday night. I know I am. I know I'm tired. And I know I know right now I'm probably watching the Rangers and Astros, as that's popped up into center. 2 away here in the top half of the first. So this is kind of a must-win game for the Cubs, as that'll bring on Muncy now hitting .333, no home runs but 1 ribby. Playing second base tonight, as Miguel Vargas is still injured and still not ready to compete in the NLCS. And that means tonight our DH is JD Martinez back. I mean, in the lineup, I'm pretty sure for the first time in this series. And with Drew Smyly on the mound with the lefty, that's why JD is in. The 1-1. 2-1. Good take from Max. Heater in. If Drew Smyly gets out of this inning unscathed, that's huge for the Cubs, as that's hit up the middle. And Bellinger's throw to third will not be on time, or will be offline, and Outman will go from first to third, as that one was hit into center for Nolan Arenado, hitting .417. First pitch to Nolan from Smyly. Fouls it off, 0-1. Nolan just does not want to make the situation too big. That first swing right there is just trying to do too much. The 0-1. 1-1, good take. If Arenado could get a base hit here, the Dodgers will take the lead here in the top of the first in Chicago. The 1-1, 2-1. If you're Drew Smyly and the Cubs, you gotta make sure the Dodgers don't score here. 2-1 to Arenado. Hit down to first, and that will end the top of the first. Cubs do not give up any runs, and Drew Smyly works out of that inning. All right, Bobby Miller getting his first postseason start. Those are his stats from the regular season. 5 starts, 5-0. Had a 1.38 ERA, 52 and 1/3 innings, 65 strikeouts, 1 walk. And some of those innings are from bullpen appearances, and then ended up getting some starts for the Dodgers. And now Ian Happ lead it off, hitting 263. First pitch from the righty. Strike one. 3-0-1. The slider to Ian Happ. The Cubs in their blue jerseys tonight. Trying to see if that gives them any more luck. Or gives them some luck. The 0-2 heater will strike them out. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night right there to Ian Happ. On away here in the bottom of the first. And if Bobby Miller is going to be effective tonight, I feel like the slider is going to have to work well, and so is the fastball. So that's foul, 0-1. Curveball and splitter, they're kind of like some secondary pitches for Miller. I feel like the fastball is one of his best pitches, and same with the slider away. So we'll see how many times he can execute those pitches. He's just working to get some outs for this team. And so far, so good with 2 away here in the bottom of the first. And first pitch to Nico Horner will be popped up into right in a 1-2-3 inning for Bobby Miller. And Drew Smiley is going to be on that mound pretty quickly. Didn't really get any time to just relax.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the catcher, Will Smith.
All right, Will Smith will lead off the top of the second. Hitting 375. First pitch hit up the middle. Horner will be there, 1 away here in the top of the second. Now they'll bring up Taylor, hitting 273. Cub fans just kind of quiet, focusing on Smiley's pitching, and on every pitch these Cubs fans are glued because they know they cannot fall down to the Dodgers in a 3-1 deficit. That is a no bueno for the Chicago Cubs. Because if you're down 3-1, the next game you play could be the last game you play, and the Dodgers could advance to the World Series. You want to go back to LA 2-2. The Dodgers, on the other hand, win it here. We feel pretty confident with Clayton on the mound tomorrow. The 2-2, 3-2. And JD Martinez is on deck. The payoff. And Smiley will be hitting to center. 2 away here in the top of the second for the Cubs. And now that will bring up JD Martinez. JD. And this is his first postseason appearance. Game 4 in the NLCS. Did not play in the NLDS. But he's in the lineup tonight. Swings and misses 0-1. If he struggles here tonight, it's just because he has a lot of rust. He hasn't swung the bat in a while, as that's hit to short. Swanson will make the play, a 1-2-3 inning for Smiley and the Cubbies. Well, Dansby Swanson will lead off the bottom half of the second. First pitch, hit into right. That ball's blooped. That ball will not drop. Mookie Betts runs a long way to get that one. But he does, 1 away here in the bottom of the second. And now that'll bring up Christopher Morale, hitting 206. And the Cubs are swinging at a lot of these pitches from Bobby Miller. And so far, so good. Only 8 pitches for Miller now, and 4 outs. Pretty impressive. The 0-2 fastball. Got him, looking 2 away. Here in the bottom of the second punch out for the young man Bobby Miller. That will bring up Patrick Wisdom, hitting 192, which he's hitting 6th, but he has a lot of pop. That's the one thing about Patrick Wisdom you got to be careful with, is if he could really get the bat going and get the power involved, he could untie a ball game in one swing. The 0-2 curve will be high, 1-2. The 1-2 fastball from Miller will be outside, 2-2. Cubs took game 3. No, not game 3. Game 2 in LA, 3-2. And the Dodgers so far in this series, as we beat them 8-0 yesterday. So far in this series, we've kind of kept the Cubs offense, well, the series in Chicago, or these games in Chicago, we've kept their offense pretty quiet. So that's hitting to right, and that will be caught one away here in the top of the third.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mookie.
Alright, with a one away, that'll bring up Mookie Betts. Hit a home run last night here in Chicago. First pitch, ball one. The 1-0. 2-0 Dodgers with two hits from Max and James Outman. 2-0 from Smiley to Mookie Betts. 2-1, good fastball. Just not close to the zone, but looked hittable for a second. 2-1. 3-1, and James Outman is on deck. The 3-1 hit into right field for a base hit for Mookie Betts. So 1-out single here in the top of the third. And now that will bring up Outman, 1-for-1. Singled back in the first. The first pitch from Smiley popped up into left. Easy play for, pretty sure that's Seiya Suzuki out there, 2 away, or that's somebody. I know Bellinger's in center. Oh, Ian Happ. That'll bring up Freddie. He's 0 for 1. 3 for 14 in this series against the Cubs. First pitch taking a strike, 0-1. Good speed at first. Anything over anything over Happ's head and Suzuki, it would end the inning. I mean, it wouldn't end the inning. That ends the inning, but anything over their head, it might score a run, but we didn't score anyway on that. 3 hits for the Dodgers, no runs. Cubs still looking for that first one. Alright, Bellinger will lead off the bottom of the third. Hitting 226, first pitch curve, swung on and missed, 0-1. The thing that's crazy about the Cubbies is their pitching staff is kind of keeping them in it. This offense has just been struggling here in Chicago. 0-2 splitter got him. One away here in the bottom of the third, fourth strikeout for Bobby Miller. And I feel like there's a lot of comparison to Miller and Walker Buehler, and them starting back-to-back days. I can really feel it. The fastballs are electric. The slider's a great pitch. And the off-speed stuff, when it's hot, it's hot. And it's hard to hit. That splitter to Bellinger was one of the perfect examples. It was just a beautiful pitch and made it look like Bellinger was going to swing out of his shoes. The 1-2 to Mancini, the curve. Will strike him out, 2 away, 5th punch out for Bobby Miller. And the thing about Miller is he hasn't pitched in a while. He didn't pitch in the NLDS. And he's finally getting to pitch here, which I feel like is a huge thing for him to finally be out on the mound, and just for him to throw some pitches in the postseason finally has to feel pretty good for the young kid. The 0-1 slider hit and fouled, 0-2. Yan Gomes yesterday was the Cub who got the Cubs on the board with a hit. Well, not a run, but I mean, got a hit. He got a 1 in the hit column. He got their first hit yesterday when Walker Buehler was throwing a no-no through, I think, 6 innings. The 0-2 slider will be fouled, and he's staying alive. 0-2, the 28th pitch will be high. 1-2 to Yan Gomes. The splitter from Miller will be a foul ball. I don't know how he got a piece of it, but he did. The 1-2 fastball will strike him out looking with 99 from Bobby Miller. And Yan Gomes does not like to call And kind of looking at Bobby Miller as Miller's just strutting off the mound, and he looks back a little bit right there. All right, Max Muncy would lead off the top of the fourth. 1 for 1.
Max Muncy.
First pitch, ball one inside. Nico Horner over there, Gold Glove second baseman. 1-0. 2-0. Max playing second base tonight for the Dodgers. We're really missing Miguel Vargas, because this is one of the games where I feel like he can make a big impact with the lefty on the mound, and he's just hurt. Really unfortunate not to have
Now batting. Third baseman. Nolan Arenado.
not to have Miguel Vargas, as that will now bring up Arenado. 0 for 1, grounded out to first in his last at bat. Pops up the first one here. That ball will not drop. One away. Arenado and Muncy watched that one fly for a second, being like, "Oh, is it dropping? Or should I be running?" But popped out, a pop out for Max, and now that'll bring up Smiley. That will bring up Will Smith. Strike one. They're gonna say he went around. He's 0 for 1 in this ball game. Will played in 116 regular season games in 2023 for the Dodgers. That swung on and missed here. 0 and 2. The 0-2 pitch. Muncy will lead. There he goes. That ball's low. The throw from Gomes not on time. That is the one thing about Yan Gomes, is his arm is not that well. It's a very average arm. The 1-2 got him though. 2 away here in the top of the fourth. Second punch out for Drew Smiley. Now that'll bring up Chris Taylor. 0 for 1. Could he come through here with a hit to get the Dodgers on the board? 0 for 1. First pitch. Low ball one. Good eye from CT3. If the Cubs get out of this inning unscathed, they're going to feel really good 1-1 to Taylor. But if they don't, that offense knows they got to get going. Either way, they got to get going. The 1-1 to CT3. Fouls it off. 1-2. 1-2 to Taylor. 45th pitch from Smiley. Will be low. 2-2. Good take. 2-2. Smiley will be outside. 3-2. And JD Martinez is on deck. 3-2. Muncy will stay at second. The payoff pitch to Taylor will be fouled. Curveball that kind of hangs in the middle of the zone. You gotta gap that one if you're Taylor. The next payoff will be fouled again. Just kind of throwing the barrel at the fastball right there. The next 3-2. 49th pitch will be hitting to right. That ball is not gonna drop. And that will end the top of the fourth. Drew Smiley has to throw 3 3-2 pitches, and he works out of that inning. For him coming into this game with an 18.00 ERA, he's really figuring it out. Alright, Ian Happ will lead off the bottom of the fourth. Cubs looking for their first hit. 30 pitches for Bobby Miller through 3 innings. 0-1 after that splitter. That was a beautiful pitch. Quickly 0-2. The 0-2 curveball will be outside. 1-2. The 1-2 slider in. Hitting to left. That ball will be playable for Chris Taylor. 1 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Now I'll bring up Seiya Suzuki. Played a big role in Game 2 at Dodger Stadium. Had a few clutch hits for the Cubs that night. The 0-1 pitch from Bobby Miller. Fouls it off quickly. 0-2. The 0-2 splitter. Fouls it off. 0-2. Slider. Into right center. That ball is carrying. Betts will get there though. 2 away. Betts had to get on the high horse right there. That's why he's a Gold Glove winner of 2023. Being able to track baseballs like that, where he has to get a lot of ground to get to the ball. That's why he won a Gold Glove. A very good defense out there this year to Mookie Betts. 1-1. To Nico Horner. Cubs still looking for that first hit. It might be here. Yes, it will be. A base hit for Horner. Just a slow roller up the middle that Willie Adames could not get to. And now that will bring up Dansby Swanson. And the first time out of the stretch for Miller. Because that's a strike 0-1. And honestly, I like the way Bobby Miller pitches out of the stretch. I feel like it's just a lot more calm, less movement, and just straight to the plate. No funky movement. It's quick, and I feel like he pitches with ease when he's in the stretch. 1-2. The curveball. Got him. 10-4. I don't know what Swanson was swinging at there. That wasn't a competitive swing. JD Martinez will lead off the top of the 5th. Swung on and missed. 0-1. One and one to Martinez. Who's gonna be the hero for the Dodgers tonight? Who's gonna get the first run on the board? As Martinez will lift that one into center. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. It's been a very quiet game for the Dodgers offense after scoring 8 runs yesterday. And I feel like that's been a kind of common theme for the Dodgers this season. We face very good pitchers and we dominate against the very good pitchers. But we face the starters or the pitchers with a high ERA, and this team struggles to find something against those type of pitchers. And I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's been a common theme this year for this Dodgers team. When we face a starting pitcher with a very high ERA, they usually have a decent game against the ball club. And when we face a guy with a very low ERA, like Kyle Freeland, when he was having just a really good season for the Rockies, I feel like we struggle against the bad pitchers, which got to clean up, as Willie Adames will have a 1-out double here in the top of the 5th, and now that'll bring up Mookie Betts. 5th hit for the Dodgers. Can they bring him in? Mookie 1 for 2 tonight, 3 for 15 in this series. Lefty versus righty matchup. This is a huge plate appearance for Mookie. The first pitch from Smiley, ball 1. Mookie in 133 games, 45 home runs this year. 1-0 to the right fielder, throw over, and Adames will get back safely. Good check from Smiley. Anything in the gap or up the middle scores Willie Adames. The Cubs know that. The 1-0. 1-1. Good swing, just missed the baseball. The 1-1, Willie will lead. There he goes. The pitch down to third and a double play for the Cubs as Morale catches that one and doubles it up. You can't make that one up if you're Mookie Betts. I think if Willie doesn't go, it's a 1-0 game. I don't think Morale makes the play. Alright, Christopher Morale will lead off the bottom half of the 5th. 0 for 1, first pitch, strike 1. To the Cubs third baseman. The 0-1 curve, hit down the line, and that's a fair ball. Do they run on Taylor? No. Taylor will hold Morale to a single. Second hit for the Cubs tonight off of Bobby Miller. And now that'll bring up Patrick Wisdom, 0 for 10 in the series. First pitch, strike one. Wisdom could gap one. That's trouble for the Dodgers. The 0-1 heater inside. 0-2. 0-2 to the Cubs DH. The curve hit. Double play ball. Adames to Muncy to Freeman to turn two. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. That is not what you want if you're Patrick Wisdom. And if you're Wisdom at this point, you're throwing the bat as hard as you can into the dugout and your helmet, and just, you might have to show a little bit of that frustration if you're Patrick Wisdom. 0 for 11 and just struggling against this Dodgers team. 0-1. I'm going to 1-0 to Cody Bellinger, who's 0 for 8 in this series, facing his former ball club in the postseason. Can't be easy. 2-0. Heater, 2-1. I mean, it could give Belly motivation that he's facing the Dodgers 2-2. But so far it hasn't looked like it. The 2-2 fastball will be high. 3-2. 3-2 curve. Fouls it off. I don't know how he got a piece of it. Just seeing a bunch of fastballs and then going with the curve. 3-2 splitter. Got him to end the 5th. Cubs don't get any runs across the board either. 5 scoreless innings here in Chicago. Alright, James Outman will lead off top half of the 6th. Taking a ball 1-0. Only 61 pitches for Smiley. He's having a pretty good game with the pitch count. The 1-0. That's chopped down to second. Horner, 1 away. Both starters pitching absolutely amazing here tonight. First pitch to Freeman, ball 1. Game 4 of the NLCS. One of these teams gotta win it. The 1-0 hit into left center. That ball's carrying. That ball is going to be caught. What a play from Ian Happ. 2 away here in the top of the 6th. And now that'll bring on Muncy. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. First pitch taking a ball 1-0. The 1-0 to Max. Hit and fouled. 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Smiley. 2-1. 2-1. 2-2. Muncy probably wishes he didn't swing at that one. The 2-2 pitch. Got him. What a 2-seamer. To end the top of the 6th, and the Cubs are trying to get themselves on the board. Dodgers scoreless through 6. Alright, Trey Mancini, 0 for 1. We'll lead off the bottom of the 6th, and then a swing and a miss. 108 hits this season for Mancini in 107 ball games. That's crazy. The 0-2 curve, got him. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. That means every game he pretty much played, he had 1 hit, if like, that was a thing. But obviously, you know, that's probably not how it worked. But that's crazy, as that will bring up Young Gums 0 for 1. Catcher for the Cubs struck out earlier and did not like the call from the home plate umpire. The 0-1, 0-2. Great curveball. The 0-2 fastball. Miller going back to that same spot he struck him out in the last AB, and that's going to be fouled 0-2. The splitter will be hitting to right. Betts will not get there. That's going to drop in front of Mookie Betts for a single. They'll flip the lineup over and bring up Ian Happ. 3rd time around the order for Bobby Miller. First pitch to Happ. Fouls it off, 0-1. The 0-1 curveball. 0-2. 0-2. Slider popped up. Adames. 2 away. Cubs fans booing. I don't know if they're too impressed with their offense. That'll bring up Seiya Suzuki 0 for 2. Strike 1 from Bobby Miller. The nerves here in Wrigley for both teams, 0-2, and these fans. They feel it. Miller feels it. The 0-2 fastball, 70th pitch will strike him out. Looking, Seiya Suzuki looks like a house on the side of the road as he watches that pitch go by. What a pitch from Bobby Miller. Alright, I'll bring up Arenado to lead off the top of the 7th as he pops out. This Bellinger will catch that one. Darn, 1 away here in the top half of the 7th. And now that'll bring up Will Smith. The one thing tonight for the Dodgers offense as well, they've swung at a lot of pitches, but I feel like they've had no choice. Drew Smiley has really pitched inside the zone, and he's pretty much saying, "Hey, hit it. Do what you can with this pitch." And so far, there's been a lot of singles for the Dodgers in tonight's ball game. I'll bring up Taylor 0 for 2. First pitch, fouls it off, 0-1. Like, there has not been an inning where Drew Smiley has had to work and throw a lot of pitches. And the Dodgers need to get something going against him here before David Ross goes to the bullpen. 1-1 to Taylor. If he gaps one here, the Cubs could be in trouble with Will's speed. The 1-1, 1-2. Good cutter. Feel like we haven't seen that pitch often. The 1-2 from Smiley. We'll strike him out. 2 away here in the top of the 7th, and that's the 4th punch out for Smiley. Not a lot of strikeouts, but he's making everything look really good tonight, is Drew Smiley. I'll bring up JD Martinez 0 for 2. Ball 1. They're making sure Will doesn't move. Yan Gomes wants to make sure the Dodgers don't get a runner in scoring position with a stolen base. The 1-0. Another slide step. That's hit, but fouled. If that stays fair, this game's 2-0 thanks to JD Martinez. The 1-1. Will lead. The pitch from Smiley. There goes Will. In the dirt. Throw down. Will not be on time. Stolen base for Will Smith. That pitch was not in the dirt. It was just low. Yan Gomes had to reach for that baseball. 2-1 to Martinez. 2-2. 80th pitch from Smiley. Coming up, the 2-2. Will at second. The pitch, 3-2. Cutter way inside, and Willie Adames is on deck. The 3-2. The payoff to JD Martinez will be hammered. And if that ball stays fair, which it doesn't, it's 2-0. The next 3-2 to Martinez will be down the third base line and fouled. Smiley's working. He's tired now, boys. This is a must out. We're going to call time. We're going to call time. This is a must. Drew Smiley must get this out for the Cubs. Dodgers need to put a run on the board. The payoff. Fouled. I don't know how Martinez got a piece of that, but he did. The next 3-2 to JD Martinez will be hooked and fouled again. This is one of those good baseball at-bats in the postseason. The 3-2 will be fouled off again. The 11th pitch of the at-bat coming up. 3-2, and the pitch will be hit down to third. Christopher Morale can't make the play. The throw from Happ will not be on time, and the Dodgers are on the board. It's 1-0. Christopher Morale misses the baseball, and J.D. Martinez gets the Dodgers on the board. Utter silence here in Chicago. Boos. You can tell they're upset, and you can't blame Drew Smyly. He had a lights-out performance, only gives up 1 run to the Dodgers. And Christopher Morale needed to make that play. First pitch to Willie Adames, ball 1 from Cody Huehner. 1-0 to Adames. He's 1 for 2, doubled earlier. 2-0. These Cub fans trying to get back in it. Bobby Miller. I want him to go to the 7th. The 2-0. 2-1. But I think it might be a little dangerous to let him go the 7th. We're going to start warming up Almonte, and hopefully he gets warm and quick. 2-1. To Adames. Hammered. And Willie Adames makes it a 3-0 ball game. The new arm comes out of the bullpen. And Willie Adames hits his 3rd home run of the postseason. And the Cubs and Wrigley just got the breath taken out of them. The Dodgers, I think with the knockout blow right there, they have the 3-headed monster ready. Almonte's warming. And then it could go Gratterall. And then Evan Phillips to close out Game 4 here in Chicago. 1-0. Just a slider left over the plate. As that's hitting to center. That one's driven. Bellinger's back. Bellinger will get there to end the top of the 7th. But the slider that just hung over the plate. And Willie Adames did not miss it. He is dominating so far in this postseason as Willie Adames. I love to see it. That's why we brought him here to LA, right? As now, we're going to bring in Almonte. Have a very good game, Bobby Miller. But you did your job. And it's time for the 3-headed monsters and Almonte and Gratterall and Phillips to do theirs. First pitch from Yancey will be a bunt. Almonte throws the first, not on time, a base hit for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 7th. And now that will bring up Dansby Swanson. Good speed at first. First pitch, he's not running, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
The 1-0. Fastball, hit and fouled, 1-1. Just in case in the Dodgers bullpen, Phil Bickford and Blake Trinan warming. It's postseason baseball. I'm going to have people warming just in case. The 1-1 slider hit into left. Taylor will make the play 1 away here in the bottom half of the 7th. And now that will bring up Christopher Morale, 1 for 2. Singled earlier. Is the reason why the Dodgers have a run on the board. If J.D. Martinez makes that play, not J.D. Martinez, excuse me. If Christopher Morale makes that play on that J.D. Martinez ball, it could be 0-0 still here in the bottom of the 7th, with Bobby Miller possibly still out on the mound. Because I was not going to the bullpen until we took that lead, as that's popped up into center. Because Miller was having a very good night for the Dodgers, 2 away here in the bottom half of the 7th. 2 away, and now that'll bring up Wisdom, 0 for 11, and 0 for 2 in this game. Slider, ball 1. The 1-0. The sinker, 1-1. The 1-1 fastball, 1-2, swung on and missed. The 1-2 pitch, slider from Almonte, will be fouled. Alright, the 1-2. Circle change, fouled. Alright, the 1-2, the 14th pitch will strike him out. Patrick Wisdom is probably not too happy, as Almonte will strike him out. Dodgers still lead 3-0 going into the top of the 8th. Alright, they're going to bring out Michael Fulmer. Has a 40.50 ERA. Holy smokes. As we're going to sit down everybody in the bullpen and let Bruce Gratterall just work by himself. First pitch from Fulmer to Outman. Swung on and missed, 0-1. The 0-1, fouled, 0-2. And got him looking good. Good slider. Alright, one away. Now that'll bring up Freddie Freeman, 0 for 3. He's really struggled here in this series. 0-1 to Freddie Freeman. 0-2. Just a really good slider. The 0-2 pitch. Got him. 6 pitches for Fulmer and 2 strikeouts. And now that'll bring on Muncy. He's 2 for 3. With 2 singles tonight. First pitch. Hit down to first to end the top of the 8th. And 7-pitch inning for the Cubs right there. They're trying to get something going, but it's not easy against these guys. Against these Dodgers, as Bruce Gratterall is now going to make an appearance out of the bullpen. This is his 4th game in this postseason. First pitch to Cody Bellinger is hammered, and that one's gone. It's a 3-1 ball game. Just a slider over the middle of the dish. And Bellinger will hit his 5th home run of this postseason. And his first hit in this series is a home run. And now that will bring up Trey Mancini. Strike 1. That's a way to get it going. A solo shot from a former Dodger off of Bruce Gratterall. As that slider is going to be hit down to third. Arenado will knock it down, throw to first on time. 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Now that'll bring up Young Gomez, 1 for 2. First pitch sinker, fouls it off. Gratterall, you just got to breathe after giving up that home run. You still got a 2-run lead, as that will be fouled. The 0-2 fastball inside, 1-2, good take. The 1-2 fastball. Hit Muncy. First play of the night for Max, 2 away. 2 away, and now that'll bring up Ian Happ, 0 for 3. First pitch slider, strike 1. That slider tonight, I feel like, has been kind of off for Gratterall. 0-1 hit back to Gratterall to end the bottom of the 8th, and the Dodgers will only give up a run. Alright, they're going to bring out Aldebert. And Muncy will greet him. Not Muncy. Arenado, and when call time quickly at the dish and start warming up Evan Phillips in the Dodgers bullpen. Arenado 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch. Cubs trying to keep this a 2-run lead, and with that slider, you just might. 0-1. That was filthy. 0-2. Good sink. The 0-2 to Nolan Arenado will be a strikeout. away here in the top of the one away in the top of the ninth.
The catcher,
And now that'll bring up Will 1 for 3. Swung on and missed 0-1. Just gotta relax. There's nerves of wanting to get back out on the mound and just pitch, but gotta relax at the dish and help Evan Phillips out and give him more runs. 1-1. 1-2, good pitch. The 1-2 pitch from Albert or whatever the heck his name is gonna hit Will. And now that'll bring up Taylor, struck out in the 7th. 0 for 3. First pitch. Will's gonna run the throw. No, that'll be fouled. 0-1. 0-2. Hit and fouled. At the 0-2. Will, there he goes again. The pitch will be fouled. Jan Gomes does not have that good of an arm. So the fact that I feel confident running on him is huge, as that's a strikeout. Will run on that pitch, and Jan Gomes will throw it in the dirt. Will had a late jump, and he still got into second safely. That's just bad catching right there from Jan Gomes, and bad throw downs. That's a ball to JD Martinez. The 1-0. 1-1. If you're the Cubs, you need to win tomorrow if you lose this game. But you need another excellent outing from a starter, and your offense needs to score first against these Dodgers, as it's a 4-1 ball game, and that's kind of gonna take the air out of Chicago again. The Dodgers with a 3-run lead, and the hopes for these fans tonight and wanting to watch their Cubs take this game is probably over, with it being a 4-1 lead with Evan Phillips coming out of the Dodgers bullpen. JD Martinez adds another RBI in his RBI column in the postseason and adds another run to the Dodgers lead. I say Suzuki will lead off the bottom of the 9th, and Evan Phillips will come out of the bullpen. First pitch, this say is Suzuki. Strike 1, 0 for 3. David Ross watching on. His offense tonight just was not able to put up any runs besides the one from Bellinger. One away here in the bottom of the 9th. And now that'll bring up Horner. 2 for 3. First pitch sinker hit to right. Betts will catch it 2 away. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th. I'll bring up Swanson. 0 for 3. First pitch slider, strike 1. The 0-1 fastball. 0-2. The 0-2 slider will be hit. Adames will field it. Throw to first, and the Dodgers will take Game 4, and they're 1 win away from making the World Series in 2023. Don't really know what the plan is for tomorrow with the starting pitcher for us. I'm truly thinking Kirsch, but I don't want to go Kirsch just in case he's starting Game 1 of the World Series. So there's kind of a lot of questions on what my mindset is going into tomorrow's game. I know the Cubs their mindset is it's Game 7, we gotta win. For us, we just gotta find a way to win and make our way to the World Series. We're not facing any elimination if we lose tomorrow. But I would really love to end this game and end this series here in Chicago and just prepare for the World Series against the Angels or the Guardians. So, and I know they played their game 3 as well as we're playing our game 4 tonight. So, I'll let you know what their updated ALCS is tomorrow, as we will play Game 5 here in Chicago. Willie Adames, Bobby Miller will be player of the game. 11 punch-outs, 3 hits given up, 6 innings. And Drew Smiley will receive the loss. And gave up 2 runs technically, but pretty good outing in my opinion. Like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications. I'll see you guys for the next one, probably tomorrow. See y'all.